presentation, and then I'll give them the certificates. Or do you want me to give it to them?
Just so you know we're live.
You give them to them.
Okay.
And then do a group picture.
We were a minute early, so we'll just like.
Make it easy, Brandy.
Oh, yeah, minute early.
The what?
Let's talk. Fill me in.
We're on.
I don't think there's any appetite for the city of Lorain.
Oh, there is zero appetite.
So that's what she was. She just wanted a thumbs up or thumbs down on what we're doing.
And we are live.
We are.
It's okay, it's not us.
Oh, those are cute. I like those billboards.
You ready?
Okay. It is Tuesday, April the 23rd, 5 p.m., the regular meeting of the Lorain County Board of Commissioners. Let's all stand for the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Commissioner Riddell,
Here.
Commissioner Moore,
Here.
Commissioner Hung.
Here.
We have a presentation tonight, and it should be at 5:01 p.m. instead of 5:01 a.m., even though I was up this morning. The billboard contest winners, Brandy Schnell from Solid Waste.
Thank you. Good evening, commissioners.
Good evening.
I'm Brandy Schnell. I am the Community Outreach Coordinator for Lorain County Solid Waste Management District. I'm here today with Director Blevins from the Solid Waste District, and we are here to present a certificate from you, the commissioners, as well as a check for $50, and a mini replica billboard to our Lorain County Beautiful Day Billboard Contest winners. Every year on the third Saturday in May, we celebrate Lorain County Beautiful Day, which is a day where more than 1,500 volunteers from across the county come together, clean up litter, plant flowers, spruce up playgrounds and paint, benches and clean up graffiti and do all of that all around Lorain County. And so 4 years ago, we started a contest in the schools. Kindergarten through 12th grade are eligible to participate as long as they're in a Lorain County school. And we received 900 entries for this contest this year, which is amazing, but also makes it very difficult to narrow it down to just 3 winners. But we managed to do so. There was about 10 judges this year, which was pretty great. And I have 2 out of 3 of the winners here with us today. The third winner, unfortunately, had a conflict. So I do want to show you what the winning billboards look like. Our first winner is Taylor Lewis. She's an 8th grader from Holy Trinity School in Avon. And she is the one that's not able to be here with us today, but this is her design. Our second winner is Soren Beeman. He's a 2nd grader from Powers Elementary School in Amherst. And I'm going to have them come up in just a minute, and we'd like to get a picture with you, commissioners, if that would be all right. And our third winner is Kate Gorney, a 7th grader, also from Holy Trinity School in Avon. And we had, like I said, some really amazing entries, but had to get it down to just 3. A couple of pieces of information. This is the 4th year for the contest, like I said, and we did have 900 entries. The billboards are going to be on State Route 57, very near the Lorain County Collection Center, because that seemed pretty appropriate for us. One is going to be on State Route 57, close to the Route 254 intersection, and then the third one is going to be on State Route 10, just east of Durkee Road right there on that highway. So we're really proud of our winners, and I would like for Kate and Soren, who are here with us today, to come on up and get their mini billboard and their certificate. This one belongs to you, sir. Let me get you your certificate. They're very cool. Here's your certificate as well as your check, which is pretty important. There you go, Kate. And here is your mini billboard. And Commissioners, if you'd like to come down, we'll have we have this sign right on up here, and the Commissioner comes down and take a picture. You can, yep, you can show your mini billboard in the picture.
Individuals first?
Come on in here. Do you want, do you want individual pictures with the commissioners, or do you want, okay. Okay. Hold on, we're dropping this here. I don't know if that's happened. There you go. Don't drop the money. Yep, don't drop the money.
No, you should get it. Sure. Yeah, one of the families here, get out the county commissioners.
Okay.
Get the families up there too.
Okay, fantastic. Let's do that as well.
By the way, Mr. Armbruster, you could take a lesson from Soren as I came into the meeting. He said, county commissioner is a very important person.
He's also gotten some compliments on his very sharp dressed outfit here.
The best is the deal right there.
Okay, so we're gonna do one with each family. So
And with the
sorry.
commissioners too.
Yes, absolutely. So if Kate's
You
family,
guys
you're
going up.
standing
We're
over
gonna
here.
interchange
We'll
it.
do come over here, sorry, and we'll do Kate's family, and then we'll do your family.
Good evening.
All right.
Welcome to the meeting.
Hold on, we gotta see everybody.
All right, fantastic. And I can also send these to you, Kara. Thank you.
I'm glad there's one boy out there.
All right, come on up, Soren.
Is he on yet?
Yes, he's 13 months.
Go with them.
Long way to go.
All right, let's squeeze in a
Wait a minute,
little.
we gotta. Yeah, move over.
Okay.
There you go.
And then we'll just kind of squeeze around.
There you go.
Come on, buddy, smile.
Ooh, sorry, that's okay, I can't see Commissioner Al there. All right, here we go.
That's great.
Fantastic, thank you all so much. Yeah, you, yeah, oh, the grandparents want a quick picture, I'm sorry, grandparents want a quick picture.
All right, go for it.
Doesn't count if we don't
Grandpa
want
will ring. Papa.
All right.
You want me to take a shot with your camera, Grant?
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
Hold on, we had it on video.
Okay, you know what you're doing?
I do.
All right.
Most of the time.
All right, thank you all so much.
Glad we came from Cincinnati. Better part of the city.
All right. Thank you, well done.
Congratulations.
Those are cute little billboards.
Yes, they are. Exceptional job this year.
See, now, take that to color copy.
Okay.
I know, it's all a circus.
I think Soren's tracking to be a commissioner someday.
All right, under resolutions, number 1, investments.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
Number 2, appropriations.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Roedel.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
Number 3, transfers.
Like a light month for transfers? So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Roedel.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
Number 4, advances, repayments. There were none. Number 5, requisitions.
It's page 1. You'll notice the largest one that stands out is Conversant. That's our security upgrade for the county IT systems. Page 2, Victor. Move to accept requisitions, pages 1 and 2.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes, I have some questions, Mr. President, for Dan. Number 958. We talked about this on March 23rd. So can we just, now that we're seeing the bill, and we can kind of circle around and explain this to the public, what we're doing here.
Sure.
I'm looking at a bill where professional services started on 1/29 and were concluded on 2/13, but we have a resolution for payment on March 15th, and then it shows here that it was time-stamped into Judge Ewers as the administrative judge on March 20th. In the past, when we have approved for outside counsel in an official capacity, did we not usually do that?
First,
Correct. If you could kind of review
Want me to
how
do the
the
whole thing?
process
Sure.
is.
well, first of all, recognize that I wasn't involved in this. That's why it probably went late. Somebody else in my office did it.
Your
Because,
name's on the bill.
right, it was sent to me, but I wasn't the person who handled this. The reason for the retention was, for,
No,
A
you're
number
in
of
you're in the bill on 130. So you were involved.
no, I wasn't involved in the submission of the bill or the decision to hire counsel. I advised JD and he agreed that he needed to obtain outside counsel to determine the appropriate way to respond to certain public records requests. And because of that, and because I felt conflicted in doing that, I suggested that other people in my office handle managing the administrative part of preparing the approval for this board and also for moving it through the system. And that was not handled as efficiently as it usually should be, because it wasn't the normal person doing it. That would be my answer.
Because I go back to this, if you recall this conversation, gosh, I thought I had it stapled here. I got that bill in the mail, and I called that lady.
Different,
Yeah, from Wickens, and I don't know where it is. I thought I had the papers here, but I called that lady on February 27th.
Okay.
And I asked her, I said, where is the resolution for this, or the contract, or the agreement? And she said, well, you can't have that because the prosecutor, Mr. Tomlinson, retained them in the individual capacity. So I guess what I'm trying to figure out here, it seems like things were done out of order.
I think the prosecutor retained Wickens, Herzler, and Panza to represent the office of the prosecutor, not to represent the Board of Commissioners, which is probably why that associate didn't want to give you information because she wasn't sure of the relationship. That would be my guess. I think that we probably could have handled it in my office's side more efficiently in pushing through the application to get to Judge Ewers.
Okay.
But that's the circumstance that happened, was usually that happens where I'm the one that's shepherding it because I recused myself or conflicted myself out of that issue. other people who maybe weren't as familiar with the timing and how things happen, it didn't get done the way that it should have got done. I don't know legally that it matters at this point, but you're right. The normal course would be we would put a application together first, get it approved by Judge Ewers, and then that usually happens before the first bill comes. But it's not uncommon that work starts before that happens. If that makes sense to you.
Oh, yeah, so I hear what you're saying, which leads me to another question. So when I'm looking at this with Judge Ewers and the case number, and it was filed on March 20th, so we had basically 5 days elapsed. It was either the 15th or 16th, I'm just not remembering right off the top of my head, Teresa, that was passed. So for our purposes, 5 days, and if that was a Friday, so 2 of those days for a weekend. So within 3 days, the prosecutor's office got this put together pretty quickly in 3 days' working time and got it in front of the judge, the application.
I think the application probably was done, it just hadn't been filed. I think the grunt work of putting the application together, which is basically a form application that we've done before,
Right.
was probably done beforehand, and someone realized that it hadn't been shepherded through the system. That would be my assumption. I haven't delved into it. I know that you and I had a phone call, and that caused me to have a conversation with somebody in my office, and then I think things happened after that.
And I'm not a lawyer, Dan, this is why I'm bringing this up, and I'm
Sure.
bringing this up for the public. that we have this, and it's a public document, and the public can see that a reasonable time expiration then would be about 3 working days to make that application to the what do you call it, the presiding judge, is that what you
It's a
call it?
presiding judge. It's gonna depend on, a lot's gonna depend on when the judge is there, what's on his schedule. I would say certainly for the most part, once there's an agreement from the board and from my office to operate under that statute, that stuff, I would say on average is probably done within a week to 2 weeks at the outside. And a lot of that's gonna depend on workload in my office and workload upstairs. But yeah, a week to 2 weeks would get it done.
Okay, that answers my question.
Fair enough?
Any other discussion? Call the vote.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
I'm gonna vote yes on this, but I'm gonna vote no on 958 because I'm having a problem reconciling that conversation I had, that phone call on individual versus, elected capacity of retaining the firm.
Number 6, travel.
So moved.
Second,
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
yes.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 7, bills.
Says here we have 4 pages, right? Just making sure. Oh. I guess we'll find out, right?
Okay, this is for the general fund, pages 1 and 2,
This is page 1 so far.
right?
There's 2.
4.
You do show 4? Okay. Just making sure.
And we have special revenue funds, page 3. And page 4.
Move to approve pages 1 through 4.
Second,
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
yes.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 8, county commissioners may recess an executive session to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, along with any other matters as specifically identified by motion in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 121.22 G 1 through 8. Unless expressly stated otherwise during executive session, matters discussed in executive session are designated by the county commissioners as confidential. Because the confidentiality of such matters is necessary for the proper conduct of government business, any disclosure outside of executive session is prohibited by Ohio Revised Code 102.03B. While in executive session, the county commissioners may discuss and deliberate on the matters at issue, but no votes may be taken until open session resumes.
So that personnel summary sheet, is that,
You want me to start?
yeah. I don't think we're going to executive.
Nope.
Camera's not working.
Oh, it's not working?
Not working.
Oh.
Why isn't
Okay.
it working? 'Cause
It's not working.
Is it broke?
I'll move to approve the personnel summary sheet.
Okay.
That's what we can see.
Yeah, and Zavon's last day was 2024, not 2024.
That's my
We
mistake.
didn't want to age Zavon that.
2024. I'll put a
Back.
0 in there. Gotcha.
Time issues today, aren't you?
Huh?
You're having some time issues today.
I am. I don't, I was writing 2023 all of yesterday, so I have no idea.
She's been on tilt since the eclipse.
Guess I'm sitting on a motion.
Second.
I was gonna say, so.
Oh, you're being a serious one?
Yeah.
Any discussion? Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Hung,
Yes.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
I have no forms for public comment. Is there any old business?
Yes, ma'am. And just the camera thingy is not working. We have Prosecutor's Chief of Staff, Jim Burge, has brought up some old business for us today in an email. I guess I'll just read the email. It says, "Dear Sheriff's Committee, you have asked for our assistance in retaining..."
Is it working?
Is it working? Oh, here we go. We have 2 copies then. "For our assistance in retaining legal counsel to render a legal opinion regarding the issue of whether you have taken action which would constitute a waiver of a sheriff's right to develop, organize, and/or operate the Lorain County 911 service, I recommend that you retain counsel of your choosing to obtain the above legal opinion and that you submit the bill to our office. We will submit the bill to the commissioners with a request for payment," which then, Mr. President, led me to my Robert's Rules of Order. And, let me find that for you, sir. Based on the letter from Chief of Staff Burge, I'll make a motion to reconsider Resolution 24-230 based on his recommendation in this letter for the legal counsel for the sheriff.
There's a motion on the floor. I don't hear a second. So therefore it dies.
I think it's,
Thank you.
I think the president makes a decision as to
Oh.
when
Okay.
the motion.
Yeah, the president.
Yeah, Teresa. Teresa, step.
I just-
When sufficient time has passed
Oh.
before.
Making the motion if the president wanted to get that into discussion so we could discuss the recommendation from the chief of staff.
I have not seen that.
Nor have I. I'm looking right now and I don't see it in mine.
Oh my goodness. I thought everybody got this today.
No.
Well,
I didn't even get a copy, so.
I would withdraw that motion because it is, my colleagues have not seen this yet. We can bring it up for reconsideration maybe on Friday if they choose to discuss it.
Yeah, all we need to do is get a copy of that communication.
I just am a little surprised. I thought it was sent to everybody. I apologize.
I thought it was sent to the sheriff, wasn't it?
It was in my email today. I thought it went to everybody.
I thought, looking at it, it would look like, I thought it was sent to the sheriff, but I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I apologize. Maybe we can reconsider this on Friday, hopefully.
I would think the sheriff needs to reconsider it and make a request. I don't answer other people's mail. Okay.
I forgot to give my cell phone to Todd. I think
Is there
we're
any
supposed to
other
give
old
updates.
business?
I'm gonna leave that with you
Okay.
because then
And I
it
will-
needs to go into the record, of course. Just-
Okay. Board business. Number 9, approve and waive the reading of the county commissioners meeting minutes of April 2nd, 9th, and 12th of 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes,
Number 10, allocating a total of $160,000 to the Lorain County Soil and Water Conservation District for 2024. These funds will provide necessary programs and operations to be paid from the general fund allocations.
So moved.
second?
Discussion.
Yes, we have people here today to discuss.
Yes, no. If I may,
Mr.
Yeah.
Will, nice to see you.
see you guys.
We gotta get you on TV.
Wouldn't miss the opportunity. Well, it's good to be here today. So yeah, we did originally submit a request for $160,000, but after further talking with Mr. Moore or Commissioner Moore, myself and Carl Wiesmeyer, It seemed like there's an opportunity to help stormwater get some of the ditch cleanings done in the county. And Soil and Water would love to be a big part of that. We used to be a part of that back in the early 2000s, before my time, before anyone that's here, their time on the board. And I think Soil and Water is the place it should be. It's more of a grassroots. We all come from communities, and we talk to our trustees. Some of us are trustees. I'm not. Carl is, but I'm involved, and we know all those people in our communities. And it's easier to talk to people about these ditch cleanings. You know, people that might not see the benefit because they know us. And the other part is there's a need for more engineering. I don't know how I want to say that, but just our engineer is very loaded with things in the county, and I think our county could help with that, or our Soil and Water could help with that. We have resources at the state level and also other Soil and Waters, and to find someone that could help design these not that they need designed, I mean, water runs downhill, but to use the public funding properly, they need to be designed. And we can also be a resource for that as well. With further discussion, after talking with Commissioner Moore, we came back to our office. Our meeting just happened to be the next evening. And we came up with a short plan. This is really quick, but I can guarantee you that you can see the whole board's here. We're 100% behind this, and we're going to stand back behind it. But we requested an additional $140,000 to get some more people in our office to help with this. And we have a plan, but it's not very detailed yet because it's been a short time. But I can guarantee you we're going to work our butts off.
Well, the issue at hand is, and Bob's here, can probably, is the engineer's office is busy, correct, wouldn't you say? And the ditch cleaning is not going as fast as we hoped it was, which we said it would 2.5 years ago, right, Don? Yep. Which is disappointing. And you guys came up with an internal system in which you guys could probably accelerate the process, because we do have a lot of money that's sitting there ready for cleaning. And it seems like we don't have a solid system to, what do you say? Basically it's the engineering work in order to make sure that the flow and the sediment's being cleaned. What I was upset about, and I've been upset about, is how slow this process takes. And I believe Soil and Water was pretty much in charge at one time, way before all our time, correct? And now I think when residents see, hi, I'm here from the government and I want to have an easement on your property, puts the brakes on a lot and creates a lot of unnecessary lawsuits and appeals. And that's what we're seeing when we do our ditch hearing, is we'll have 15 families okay, 2 families say no. And it's because it's the government asking, not Soil and Water, people that live in your communities. I've talked to people that do the cleaning. They said they'd be a heck of a lot more efficient at going door to door than the process that we have to go through, which is certified mail. And those certified mails pretty much says, hi, we're here, we're going to charge you a lot of money, we're going to clean your ditch, and we're going to have a lifetime easement on your property. And then that's usually when we get the largest crowds here, and we say, look, we're not going to charge you because we do have a sufficient amount of funds to clean it. And usually that crowd, the second hearing, dies down to about 10% of the first night. And so when we met, I shared with you guys, I won't do it publicly, but I shared with you a lot more concerns than just that. And so when you guys went back, did you clear up a lot of those? Because I was more concerned about certain agendas instead of actually ditch cleaning.
Oh, yeah,
So we're still on track.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not even on our radar. I mean, we put it on our radar, but it's not.
It's not.
No.
Okay. That's it. Sorry, I'm the one that had the meeting with them, so sorry if you guys, go ahead, shoot away, go ahead, shoot away.
This is public government making sausage the only way it knows how.
Yeah. Go
Okay.
ahead, who else has?
So, do I take it that stormwater and soil and water are at the beginning of a process that hopefully will lead to
And we've already got a good relationship too, because we've been working together for a long time. I've known Don since I got on the board. We've been doing the stormwater erosion sediment control for the county for the last 14 years or so. So we already have a good, and it's been getting stronger and stronger over the years.
And the thing is, he's asking for the additional 140 to hire in-house engineers, right? Well,
Yes.
I mean, because you didn't say what it was for, so.
Yeah, for an in-house engineer and then another a tech to help.
Another
So,
tech that would, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just asked for the money, didn't say why.
Yeah, sorry.
And board, to reiterate what Will and the Soil and Water Board behind me, we have been working long and hard, coordinating on several projects. One of the first 6117 project that this board approved was the Firelands Outlet, was actually a collaboration where Soil and Water provided the design. Now, they weren't able to do that design in-house at the time. They were still working on hiring up even a drainage tech at that point in time, but Will was able to use the network of Soil and Water to bring a design over so that we didn't have to pay for it. And then they continue to partner with us on a variety of projects. I just sent them another project where they're going to take a look and see if they can't have a little bit more success on getting an easement on a project that makes a lot of sense, but we just can't seem to quite get through. And so they've got a copy of the plan to take a look at, make sure it's a good plan. It's going through an agricultural field, and I think we had a good design, but you know, we want to make sure that it is correct, and then it gets presented to the property owner properly as well. So this just only further enhances our ability to work together, provide some relief to the engineer's office, and long-term can allow us to get a lot more done internal. And the other important thing that hasn't been mentioned here is that our investments as a county into soil and water leverages funds from Columbus, so it can bring additional funds back into our county to support what we're attempting to do as well. So similar with the ARPA funds and how we're trying to leverage, our investments in soil and water can be leveraged as well. So I want to make sure that's out there and people understand that as well.
But the difference is you can't be handcuffed, so we can't handcuff you, or the state of Ohio won't match the dollars.
Correct.
That's how you guys explained it to me, so.
Yeah.
We've done well in working together cooperatively without having to be bound by contract.
And to further explain the funding, so if, you know, you do fund this, the $300,000 that we requested, through the revenue that comes through our office, there's $140,000. So really, after a year, you only have a $160 investment. And now that $160 investment, you're looking at nearly a $600,000 budget that we'd be able to operate under. So the numbers makes sense to me.
I know it's a certain number, it's like dollar per dollar up to a certain amount, and then it goes down to like, what,
It
70%?
Yep,
But still, that's free money from Columbus.
right.
How's the engineer's office feel? They're not stepping on your toes, right? They're really alleviating a lot of pressure for your office.
No, I think it makes a lot of sense, Commissioner.
And I'd hope we won't be stepping on anyone's toes. I mean, the way to make this work is everyone work together. I mean, use
That's what I was
people's
waiting for Bob to
strengths.
say, but that's. So,
I think Bob was
I
going
just,
through his Ferris wheel of topics and you stopped him.
I think Bob was daydreaming.
That's what, I was saying that in a nicer way.
okay.
I'm not nice.
So.
This is absolutely outstanding that we've got another silo coming down. I mean, this is really a perfect thing. You commissioners are set us up, and we're trying to bring forward, and all working together, we're gonna be that much better for the county, no question about it.
And Casey, whenever we have to deal with, we put $6.5 million of ARPA funds there, and we're gonna have to do some accounting, all right? When are we going to make those moves?
That's correct. So Mr. Maranchek and myself have already started those conversations to determine how much is safe to leave with stormwater to take care of the projects currently going, and how much of those funds we do want to bring back to ARPA to be redispersed. So Mr. Maranchek and myself are working on that right now, and we can have present you guys with some numbers so you guys
Okay.
can decide the best route to go.
When do you see that happening, Casey?
I mean, I'd say probably, not Friday, but in 2 weeks, that
2 weeks
Tuesday.
from tonight?
I think we could have something for you guys. Yep.
Yeah, Mr. President, I had a follow-up question on that. Casey, so when we were in the last stormwater meeting, this was brought up, and people can refer to those minutes, I'm assuming, Teresa, but Commissioner Moore had talked about revisiting this topic at the next stormwater meeting. So Teresa, when's the next stormwater meeting?
May,
Those are quarterly, right?
May 24th, and I believe it's at 4:30 PM.
Okay, so
Hold on, let me
timely
make
that
sure.
everything's gonna,
I'm sorry, May 28th.
May 28th.
At
And Carl,
4:30.
when I saw you at the Township Association meeting, you asked me when that was. So now you know and can let everybody else know that wants to attend that meeting. We would love to have people come. We usually only get one or two people that come, so it would be wonderful if they wanted to come. May 28th, Teresa?
Mhm.
Is that what you said?
Okay, so the ask today is 100 or 300,000. But I made the motion and it was seconded for 160, so. So could I amend it?
Yeah, well, I mean, we have a second on the floor, we're still in discussion,
Yeah.
so.
Okay. I don't know are you talking about the 6117 today during your report? This kind of ties into it.
Yes, it does.
You wanna
And
wait
I
till the
wasn't
report?
planning on it because
Okay.
we've got a resolution going forward that is being put together with Lou McMahon and their group to make sure that, because he's been looking at how the 6117 and the 6119 can work together, which certainly does not take out what we're talking about now, but it gives
Okay.
us the process of how we can get it together and not have permanent easements and do some things as Soil and Water is doing, but work
Right.
with them, because they actually work with the farmers and all the people out there. I certainly don't, but they do, and so together, I think we can work this through, but I know Don is working with Lou McMahon on that, and Lou gave us the information, and we're putting it together, and I believe it's gonna go in the resolution Friday. Requisition on Friday.
Okay.
So what's our procedure to get from 160 to 300?
We could do another requisition on Friday. We could do one on Friday, leave it at 160, and then add another 440 on Friday.
That's easier.
I think that's
Amend your
probably
resolution.
better.
Does that mess up your guys' grant no, wait, we have a deadline. Don't you have a deadline to submit this?
It was
I thought it was April. Huh?
It's end of April, so I mean, if it's Monday and then.
No, if it's this Friday, if we do the second one on Friday, is that okay?
As long as the funds make it into our,
See, this is,
Monday.
no, we have to do it tonight.
Monday.
We
month.
have to
Yeah.
modify it,
So just modify and.
Yeah, just
send.
modify.
make a motion to amend
That's
to.
why I asked how to get from 160 to 300.
Yeah, I know, I forgot
Well,
about
rather
So
do
if
that.
you just
I would
withdraw
I'll
your
withdraw my
motion second
motion.
and then make a new motion.
I'll withdraw my
How's
motion.
that?
I would rather do it in two, so it's clear on the record, but yeah, withdraw the motion and make a new motion.
Who made the
at
second?
300,000.
Did I make the second?
Yes,
Do I have to second the withdrawal of the motion?
No, you
you
just,
just withdrawing your
Okay,
second,
so I
correct?
withdraw the second.
Okay.
Okay, now
Okay.
we're back where we were
So we're
15 minutes ago.
allocating a total of $300,000.
correct.
Yes.
You
To
wanna
Lorain
read?
County Soil and Water Conservation District for 2024. These funds will provide necessary programs and operations and be paid from the general fund allocations account.
So moved.
Second,
Discussion.
yes. Casey, this is where you got me here just for clarification. When we passed the budget for 2024,
Okay.
did Soil and Water get that first 160, and is this the second 160?
They didn't get any of it.
No.
All right, that's the
have not.
clarification I wanted.
Is there anything further? Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hahn?
Yes.
Commissioner Riddle?
All right,
Thanks for coming in and
thank you very
appreciate the
much.
board showing up too. Thank
Do
you.
we have to
Yes.
amend it
the
first?
whole board.
No, because we withdrew
must
and
not
then I
trust you,
just
Carl.
read it. $300,000.
So,
Rules is you gotta amend it, Teresa.
No, he withdrew, there was no vote. But no vote
You
was
have to
called.
amend this,
There's no
though,
need to,
to
was
the
there?
amount. You have to pass the amended resolution, and then,
I think he withdrew the motion.
Yes.
I know I'm talking about the new motion.
And you're talking about amending it because of the way it's
Just gonna
set.
let it
Yeah, we didn't amend it.
go.
Right. Yeah, we just withdrew and then
I'm gonna let it go.
the motion.
I understand your point. I understand.
You know how I
We're
think.
gonna get through it. As long as the minutes are clear.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, stormwater. 11, accept the recommendation of Stormwater District to remove sediment in the ditch to prevent it from migrating downstream under Ohio Revised Code 6117 for Plum Creek, which is Earhart Road ditch restoration in Grafton Township, and set the public hearing on Tuesday, June 4, 2024, 4:30 PM.
So move.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Riddell?
Aye.
Mr. Hung?
Yes.
Engineer authorized payment in the amount of $1,045 to Ohio Edison for the upgrade of 5 HPS streetlights on Middle Ridge Road in Amherst Township to LEDs as an increased safety measure to combat common crash types and will be paid from the engineer projects account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Hung?
Yes.
Mr. Riddell?
Aye.
13, authorized participation in ODOT winter contract 2425 for road salt in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 551301B.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Oh, Bob, you came in. You want anything on here you want to talk about, or
Just that the amount we buy is going down.
is it? Yeah, we're not getting any snow, so okay. Are you guys using more of the liquid or just still salt?
We just still use some.
Oh yeah, okay.
Anything further? Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Riddell?
Aye.
Mr. Hung?
Yes.
14, enter in consulting service agreement with Burgess Nyepel in the amount of $49,500 to assist with the general engineering services, which will be paid from the engineer project account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes. What kind of engineering services have you retained this firm for? For what? For roads or for?
Now, we would,
Burgess and Nyepel we would use for bridges. Like, so occasionally we need help on a bridge inspection or what we call load rating analysis, or even some designs. They would be focused just on the bridges.
Okay, so you're just asking for basically up to 49.5, and you probably
Yes.
won't even hit it, right?
It varies. Like I said, you never know. Like one year, all of a sudden, additional funds where we need help designing a bridge, it could be all used up. Other years, it would be just on case-by-case basis.
Where's the source of this funds, Bob?
It comes from our office.
This is it, part of your own budget?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything further? Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Hung?
Yes.
Mr. Riddell?
Aye.
County Administrator?
Well, my Rose is not sitting next to me.
Well, I wouldn't take it too hard there, buddy.
Listen, Michael could be my Rose, you never know. We have to
Oh, my
have something
goodness.
hilarious. Actually, working with Columbia Township and the township trustees, Mark, Dick, and Tony, there's an issue out there that, just a heads up, that the Northeast Ohio Sewer District there's some billing errors on some of the new services that went in place. We're working through those with the Northeast Ohio Sewer District. I know that, been told through Greg Modick, who's one of the people that has been impacted by this, is working directly with them and their board, Northeast Ohio Board, and hopefully we'll have a resolve to that sometime tomorrow. If not, we're prepared to help out in any way that we can, help the trustees to make sure that that billing is done appropriately and those residents aren't impacted negatively as we go through. They did use the service, they're gonna have to pay for the service, but as we work through it, hopefully we can come to a resolve that makes sense for everyone. Moving on, we continue to look at ADP. They have now said that they would like to have us, or we asked some questions with the other day as our administrative team looked at the system in comparison to NeoGov. We are now this Friday going to look at time and attendance, which is another module, ACA compliance, another module. one-on-one help, another module, add-on evaluations. There's an evaluation module that we would have to purchase, training module, as well as a performance module. So we're going to look at those this coming Friday and compare those to NeoGov and actually make a decision administratively as to which one we would like to recommend as for a requisition to move forward. It looks like from what I see now and what the team is seeing is NeoGov is way ahead of the process, but we deserve to look at ADP in which we're going to do. As for capital projects, the state of Ohio, the deadline was this past Friday. Lo and behold, Monday morning, the rules had changed, which they didn't give us the rules to begin with. Originally, we asked for funds for the jail, Abbey Road sewer, as well as the Baumhart Road sewer, and jails, sewers, airports, everything else was taken off the list. So Monday, come Friday afternoon about 4:30, Commissioner Moore called me and says, "What are you guys doing?" Look, the rules changed, and we pivoted,
Pivoted really fast and
and
really
we pivoted
hard, and
very
we
quickly.
had three-way calls with Columbus and our lobbyists. It was very stressful Friday.
And Karen and Tina Morris, Bobby Ina, and Dan Gross, and myself, and others brought together 6 projects. The 6 projects that we applied for was the airport roof, the hangar roof, certainly the dog kennel, which we need additional funds for to make that project move forward. Justice Center HVAC improvements, administration building, our building here, HVAC improvements. 911 actually does not have a secondary way of keeping that up, and we're going to add an upgrade to the HVAC over there with our generators just in case something goes down. We can alternate and keep 911, the back room heat and air conditioning where it should be. And of course, the maintenance garage that we proposed possibly building. So those are the 6 projects. In saying that, I'm not sure that the rules won't change again, but we will pivot again and make it work so that our state senator, Nathan Manning, and Gail Manning, and our state reps, Gail Manning is a state rep, but and make sure that we're on board with the rules and regulations for the capital budget. We also had a meeting with MCM today. They're on track with about over 70% of the materials are available right now for the consoles to go into 911. That's on track. We're also on track with it's taken us a little bit more time for the towers, the 4 towers. Angie was on from Marks today, and the controlling board has approved the $2.6 million to go into the buildings that we need for those 4 towers, as well as the other equipment. So the state of Ohio is in it for $2.6 million right now. And obviously, as we move forward, they're in it for another $15 million for the next 20 years. So that project is moving right along. The 6119, again, is moving forward. The snowball continues to grow. There's now indications that possibly Oberlin might want to join in the process. There are others that are actually looking at it. We have to get it formed first. Formation probably is slowing down a little, not from the standpoint of maybe another 30 days to 60 days, but we're looking to get it formulated this coming summer and keep that project continually going. And obviously, New World continues to grow, as well as all the things that surround New World to make sure that our police departments and fire departments are working appropriately with New World. That completes my report.
Any questions for the administrator?
Thank you.
Jeff, do I understand then that 2.6 million from the state of Ohio will reduce the amount that we need to commit to that project?
Well, it's part of that. It's part of the 15 million that's out there for them. I mean, it's all surrounds the towers. So the 13.6 is the consoles and the things we're doing within the 911 center, as well as the towers. And Jeff, I don't have an absolute answer to that. I would think that probably it could, but it's 2.6 million that is already the state's funded for the project.
Yeah, I'd just like to clarify, how that's gonna fit into the scheme of the investment we're making. I know the 15 million in maintenance over the 20-year period, that's the state's commitment. We're not on the hook for that, but for the 2.6 million, does it go towards the new construction?
It would go towards the tower construction, and I need to actually get a definition as to how the 2.6 fit in. I would assume that when we made the estimate, that all equipment, all in price was that 13.6. So I'll clarify that,
Okay.
Commissioner.
Yeah, just to clarify, Thursday night I got a call from Nate, and this is where you and I have a lot in common, where we're asking for the moon, and Columbus thought the moon was too high for us. And, we're one of 88 counties. And I said, yeah, what's your point? And so we started working diligently. I would say Thursday night, Friday, I would say all day it was spent with phone calls and reorganizing and restructuring our ask from Columbus out of the 750 million. Because I think we were closer to maybe 300 million? We were asking for.
Oh, no, we were in almost $1 billion.
Yeah, we were asking for everything. Why not, right? There's three other accounts in Columbus that we're actually going to be targeting. And so we had to pull back. In the meantime, I started talking to Huntington Township trustees, because they did, there was a lot of changes that happened between about 2 months ago and then I would say a week ago. And so our team went to work, and we put a list of our priorities, and we went from probably maybe 300 to 500 million to about 6 to 7 million.
Yeah.
And we had, I'm trying to think what the numbers were, if you can.
Well, we tried to stay within we have
what was comfortable with Columbus.
$2 million of capital budget money that you put into the budget. We tried to stay into what we thought would be our match towards that, within that $2 million. Whether that's the case or not, I don't know, because the rules change from one house to the next, and they changed it when you get it to the governor's level, and it's kind of like we're playing cards, and that's how it works.
Yep, and so this isn't over yet, but I thought it was a good save on Friday. They gave us they gave us a weekend to put it together, which your team did. And I know Nate met today, our Senator Nate Manning met today with the people that are in charge of those purse strings, and I haven't heard back yet on how well those meetings went, but knowing our senator, I think it went extremely well.
Well, and Karen, Dan, and Tina Morris did most of the work. I mean, they had numbers and work, and they just did an outstanding job turning this thing around. I know Tina worked over the weekend, and we had meetings Monday morning with Tina and got it all ready and down to Bobby and to Nathan on Monday morning. So the team really worked hard on it.
And that's just the capital budget. There's still 2 other accounts out there at about 750 million. And that's because I know you were asking to get the full funding of the radios. So I thought that was kind of ingenious, but that's going to be coming out of, there's 2 other accounts out there that we're actually working on, our team's working on, so good luck.
Well, if you don't ask.
Yeah, that's how I am.
You gotta ask.
Yeah, go for the moon to get halfway, that's not bad.
Get quarter of the way. And this is the first time, from what I understand, and I could be totally wrong, but capital budget-wise, the county hasn't really, in recent times, hasn't asked for capital money. And I'm not sure many counties do, because counties usually ask for a lot. And cities small cities and medium-sized cities, of course, the city of Cleveland has a budget that is, mammoth, and so is Cincinnati. I mean, not sure how they fit into the capital budget for the state of Ohio, but I know that in Lorain County that this is one of the first times in recent history that we've applied for capital funds for the county. So I applaud the staff and the county commissioners for pushing us that way. You guys did a nice job, and ladies, I'm sorry.
Anything else? No? All right, commissioners have a proclamation for Friday, April 26th, to Workers' Memorial Day in Lorain County, which will be 12 o'clock here at the courthouse and 4 o'clock at City Hall in Lorain. Also, Monday, the 29th at 10 a.m., you guys are to view the proposed vacation of the right-of-way of Park Place Drive and Boardwalk Avenue located in original lot 57 within Garden of Eden allotment number 2, Eden Township.
Madam Clerk,
Yes.
do we have to go there then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
At least one of you.
okay. I asked my wonderful Matt Spears, and he was like, "Is it on the drone?" I'm like, "No, I think we go to
No,
this
this
one."
is the walking, yeah. This is
We've been there
their only
once or
section
twice, yeah.
on the back part, yeah.
Yeah, and it's really, they're gonna vacate a right of way. It's not a vacation. So,
Correct, yeah. That's what it's called, yeah. Board correspondence?
move to waive the reading of the board correspondence.
Second,
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
yes.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Is there any new business? No? And I don't have any public comment forms.
We are adjourned.
Thank you.
I thought Sharpie, my computer says it's 3:50. And I can't figure out how to change it.
Well, my cell phone, I was trying to look at that email. I never got that email, so I was trying to, somehow I gotta get this to Sharky, so.
Go down that, yeah, give me 2 minutes.
Okay.